take this off the screen until I get this together. So Joe Biden came in yesterday to go to the picket lines, right? I don't know why he came down, to be honest with you. But it's all a political stunt. All a political stunt. Let me get this together real quick. Joe Biden, UAW. UAW. How long was this? I'm trying to find a quick clip. All right. So let's talk about the UAW. Let's talk about the UAW because we still haven't gotten anywhere. We have still not gotten anywhere when it comes to this particular issue, unfortunately. So what that means is that we are now going to be still striking. A lot of plants are starting to not work. The big plants are on strike now. There are going to be more plants. I've heard Canada maybe even going on strike as well. We're going to have a pretty big issue here when it comes to the UAW. Every 10 days, that company is losing, or the companies are losing $5.4 or $5.6 billion. So you already know who pays for this. I'm hungry. You already know who pays for this. We are going to pay for this, right? If you think for 1 second that these companies are just going to recoup that $5.6 million and everything's going to be fine and dandy and we're not going to get that cost, you are a fool. We're going to end up getting hit with that cost. Cars are going to be now a little bit more, and dealerships are going to be charging a little bit more.
Sensational.
Let's see what Mr. Joe Biden did when he came down to the UAW.
One thing is real simple, and to be very brief. The fact of the matter is that you guys, the UAW, you saved the automobile industry back in 2008 and before. Made a lot of sacrifices, gave up a lot, and the companies were in trouble. But now they're doing incredibly well. And guess what? You should be doing incredibly well too. The simple problem.
Who cued them to clap? What? He ain't said nothing yet. Who cued them to clap?
Stick with it, because you deserve the significant raise you need and other benefits.
Let's get it!
Let's get back who we lost, okay? Yeah! We say them, it's about time them to step up for us. Thank you. Now, there's a guy I know you don't know here, but I brought him along anyway. Sean Payne, your president.
Yeah!
He came all the way down to Michigan to talk for 35 seconds. Man, I'm not no dummy. What? I am not a dummy. This is all political positions. This is all a political position. Come down to the UAW. It's a big issue. Stand with the auto workers so you can get the vote. You know, be present. Shake hands, kiss babies. We add this to your campaign resume. This is what you did when you're up there talking in the election against Donald Trump, you can say that you actually went down to the UAW strike. To do what? Dude, you need to be, well, Biden doesn't need to get involved yet. But anyways, if anybody needs to get involved in the boardroom.
Sensational.
I don't want to see you just down there just taking pictures. The same thing with Trump. He's going to go there today and give a speech. But Trump can't do anything. This is all political positions. Just to say that they did this. Y'all can't do nothing about it. You need to, Biden, be working on in the background, hey, man, if this goes to X, Y, and Z day, I think we might have to be working on a buyout. This are the consequences of that. Maybe we shouldn't do this, but this is what happens if we have to do this, right? Don't sit on no picket line. What? I don't care about you on a picket line, Joe Biden. I don't even care about Donald Trump giving a speech at the UAW or with the auto workers. I don't care. Figure it out. Joe Biden, get back in the White House and figure out this situation before we go into a government shutdown. What? We got stuff going on. This is why I call this show the economic strike, because we got strikes going on left and right. WGA, you know what I'm saying? The UAW, the damn government shutdown about to come through. Like, come on, man. Get back to the White House and figure out that situation. And then this weird interaction he has with this my auntie lady, right? He has this weird interaction with this lady. Look at this. He comes here. He's going to stand just in the middle of everybody. It's just so weird.
Thank this local leadership and Director Laura Dickerson.
Look at this weird stuff. Look how weird this is about.
Members, because you're all the reason we're here. This is all about the membership of our union in our country. You know, this was part of the arsenal of democracy.
Look at this.
Isn't some foreign country arsenal of democracy, and it's a different kind of war.
Look how weird. Look how weird this is about to be. I call this lady my auntie because I'm like, this lady just looked like my auntie, right? He just goes in a crowd and picks out somebody random, right? This looks so planned.
We're fighting. Today, the enemy isn't some.
All right, y'all, let's count this out. That's at 2 minutes and 41 seconds. So he randomly goes into the crowd and he picks up my auntie, puts his arm around her, right? All right, now if this was my wife, get your hands off my wife. I don't care if you're the president of the United States, brother. Don't touch my wife. You can give her a handshake. You might be able to give her a hug. Don't put your arm around my wife, dude. I don't care that you're the president of the United States. Right, man. But anyways, back to the regular scheduled program. So he puts his arm around this lady. And is it me or does this just look weird? Does it just look weird, right? So this is 2 minutes and 41 seconds. And then the camera just stays on him.
Miles away. USA president.
All right.
This is 2 minutes and this is 3 minutes, right? Let's go here. So we're at 3 minutes and 43 seconds. So we're past a minute, and he's got his arm around this lady, my auntie. Okay. We're at 5 minutes and 12 seconds, right? He still has his arm around this lady for 3 minutes. Okay, this is getting a little weird. Okay, he's still by her at 6 minutes. Still by her. Okay, he finally let go of her at 7 minutes. So almost 5 minutes, this dude had his arm around my auntie for almost 5 minutes. He let go just before 6 minutes. What in the world is this? Somebody told Joe Biden, hey, man, I need you to go and just stand by somebody, preferably a black woman. We need you to put your arm around her or do something to show that you're really there for them so we can snap some pictures. And then we can add it to our campaign trail so that we can say that you were there with the auto workers. But I think Joe Biden forgot to take his arm off the lady. Like he had his arm all on the lady for 5 minutes almost. This is weird. B-Max says it looks fake. Roro says it looks fake. I completely agree. This is completely planned. And this is why I say I don't care that he goes down to talk to the auto workers. He talked for 35 seconds and just handed it right over because he didn't have a teleprompter, so he probably couldn't remember his speech. But it's all political. So I heard somebody say it before, political theater. Like, you just going down there for what? These people got real situations they going through. They need to be working. They trying to work out a negotiation, and you coming down there to stand and put your hand on my auntie just to show that you're down there, but you really need to be in the boardroom. You really need to be behind the scenes making phone calls and figuring out how we can figure this out in case this goes on for 3 and 4 or 5 months. You up there coming down to the city to put your arm around somebody to get a picture. What kind of garbage is this? What kind of garbage is this? What does this solve? What does this solve? Like, honestly, I want y'all to think about it, right? I'm about to knock over my mic. What has this solved? Joe Biden came down to Michigan. He stood on the picket line. He literally stood on the picket line. Put his arm around the lady. and went where after this? Where'd he go?
Sensational.
Where's his next stop? What was done? I want y'all to tell me what impact that had on the UAW versus the Big Three. What has it done? Nothing. I bet you the Big Three was like, you know what? That has no effect on this negotiation. What is Mr. Sean Fain, Mr. I hate billionaires, because y'all know I played it last week. Sean Fain hates billionaires. He said they should not exist. Sean Fain's going to say, yeah, we had Joe Biden here, so are you guys ready to make a deal? They're going to say, no. What? No, we're not. Hey, are you willing to give us that 40% increase? Which I heard they actually asked for like 46% increase. But are you going to give me a 40% increase in that 32-hour work week that we get paid for 40 hours? You going to give that to us? They're like, because we had Joe Biden come here and stand with us. They said, what? No. They're going to say no. So here's this 21%, the automakers are saying, here's the 21% we presented to you with all these other terms. Here you go. Well, we had Joe Biden on the picket line. We had him here. What did that do? Absolutely nothing. What? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. That's exactly what it is. And even with Trump coming here and talking, it's going to do nothing. It's just, this is what I bet you this is what's going to happen, right? I'm just going to have a crystal ball, right? I'm talking like Trump. I'm talking like him, right? Listen. This is what's going to happen here, okay? Listen, you guys got to figure it out, right? This is what's going to happen here with Mr. Joseph Biden, okay? Mr. Biden. What's going to happen here is Trump's going to say something very newsworthy, right? He's going to say something very newsworthy. He's going to talk about Joe Biden. It's going to be in the news. And then Trump will be in the news, and it'll probably boost his popularity a little bit more. But nothing really happens as far as moving this forward, because this is a real issue. This is a real issue. Like, we have to figure out how to get this situation resolved, because we're up here having a strike. They're not working. They're shutting down plants. And then the Big Three is they're giving out their demand, or they're giving out their negotiations. And the UAW keeps saying, we want more. And we're not coming to an agreement. Just publicity. Yeah, all day. It's all publicity. It's all political moves. It's all just to say that they were here when this strike was going on, because it could turn into one of the most historic things that ever happened. So they want to put themselves in position to say that they were here. But nothing happened. Nothing. I don't know. I'm starting to feel a way about it, to be honest with you. I'm just like, yo, why don't y'all figure it out? And then let's jump over to Sean Fain, right? I told my wife this last week, right? And I'm like, I just am not a fan of Sean Fain. And that's kind of why I wanted to have people come up here last week with some auto workers, because I really want to know what they feel about Sean Fain, right? Because it's a lot different when, like, you're working and, like, you actually know what's going on and the ins and outs of things, and you hear about other things, like other news. And I really wanted to know how they felt about Sean Fain, because I found out that his salary is like 160-something thousand, right? Let's look that up. Sean Fain, UAW president. I can't spell president salary. I think he got paid like $167,000. How much does a local president of the UAW make? Get the hell out of here. This wasn't the one I made. How much does Sean Fain make a year? It was like 167. This mug says UAW local is between 488,000 and 819,000. Auto pay. Here's how you look at the UAW CEO. Let's see if I can find this real quick, because I know he's getting paid a bag. He getting paid more than a lot of the auto workers. Oh, wow, there go Mr. Trump. See, he got his hand on my IT. See, look, look, this is exactly what this was. This is all this was. Let's get to the bigger screen. This was nothing but to get a picture like this. I promise y'all, I did not plan this out. All it was for him to get a picture like this, and look, she crying, and Joe Biden just looking confused because it probably was hot that day, or maybe he just couldn't see. And this is all that he came down to Michigan for, was to get a photo op. This was it. This is all he did.